concerned that if you were identified in communications associated with what I might describe as the Smart West issue, that it might be called into question your involvement in that matter?
I don't know whether that really crossed my mind.
Well, you're at least concerned, weren't you, that the kind of extensive activity that you're involved in relation to the Smart West site, if known, might have led to questions being asked as to the appropriateness of the member for Wagga Wagga being closely involved in assisting someone achieving their development interests or sale interests in Western Sydney. Do you agree?
Oh, I agree.
And would Ms Waterhouse have been regarded as a property developer, Mr Maguire?
Well, I never regarded it as a property developer. I mean, she wanted to develop the property, but at that point it was grazing land. It was a farm, and we even talked about agisting some cattle on that land.
But she wanted to develop it as an adjunct to the airport, did she not?
Yes, she did. That was Mr Bill Waterhouse's vision when he bought that land 30 or 40 years ago. And
well, were you concerned that it would be seen as improper for you to be assisting Ms Waterhouse in particular in making direct contact with the Premier, who would have been, as we've already discussed today, engaged on behalf of the government in making decisions in relation to the land at Badgerys Creek?
No, I don't think I wasn't concerned. Perhaps I should have been, but I can't say that I was, Commissioner.
You both seem to have shared a concern about this communication being disclosed, because you referred to ICAC and the GIPA Act, and Ms Waterhouse referred to the Freedom of Information legislation.
Yes.
You both seem to have shared a concern that it was
yes.
not the appropriate conduct to be engaged in.
Yes, Commissioner. But I can't recall what was actually driving that in my mind.
You at least accept, don't you, that you shouldn't have used your knowledge of what you described as the private email address
yes.
in order to assist Ms Waterhouse, correct?
I agree. Yes, correct.
And you also shouldn't have done it to assist yourself in the sense of you're seeking to help Ms Waterhouse in at least the hope that some personal profits might flow to you,
yes.
correct? There was a reference during that particular intercept, I'm not sure whether it was played out aloud, but there's a phrase that was used to the effect that Ms Berejiklian would give it a, quote, tickle from the top.
Yes.
What did you mean by that, tickle from the top?
Oh, my thinking at that time was that the bureaucrats weren't taking seriously the issues that Ms Waterhouse was raising, and brought to the attention of the Premier, she might take an interest or encourage people to take an interest in the real problems that were there. That's the inference, tickle from the top, meaning she's at the top of the tree.
To your knowledge, did Ms Berejiklian give that letter or any other communications what you call a tickle from the top?
I don't know.
Or nothing to your knowledge that she did in response to that particular letter?
No, I don't believe I know.
Do you recall whether you told her about the letter, told her something like, have a look out for this letter, a letter's coming or a letter's been, have a look out for it?
I don't have a recollection of saying that. I may have. I don't recall.
Did you at least have a recollection of assisting Ms Waterhouse in drafting the letter, or at least proofing it for any comment that you might have?
I recall I've seen the letter somewhere. I think it was... Yes, I did see the letter. I can't recall when. And I don't know whether any notations were made or anything. No, I did see the letter, but I just can't recall when.
But is it right that your best recollection is that you saw the letter and you gave Ms Waterhouse some advice on it, either to say this is fine or to make some suggestions on it?
Yes, yes.
And that happened before, at least as you understood it, the letter was sent. Is that right?
Yes.
But do you have any recollection of raising the particular letter with Ms Berejiklian, either in advance of it being received or afterwards?
Gee, I can't recall that I did or I didn't. I don't know.
Well, you said in the conversation with Ms Waterhouse that you'd walk down and tell Ms
Yes.
Berejiklian it was coming.
But I don't know whether I actually did that, Commissioner. I can't recall if I actually did it. I can't recall.
Let me try and assist this way. 3767, Exhibit 329.
Did you get an email from Louise Waterhouse?
Nope.
You will. She'll send you an email. She's really pissed off now. So, about the airport, they're all passing the buck. So RMS is saying, no, it's the federal government's plan and we have to deliver on it. Federal government saying, no, RMS are in charge of the road. It's going around in circles. And I said, this is something typical of our government with that Brad Cromley in charge. He caused all this problem, bureaucrats passing the buck.
All right.
Same out at Camellia too.
Okay, so
Same out at
I've
Camellia.
got to go. See you, bye.
All right, bye.
Does that refresh your memory that you did tell Ms Berejiklian that at least email was either coming or was just about to
Yes,
come?
it does.
And for your benefit, at that point in time, the email had not yet been sent, but there's evidence before the Commission suggesting that it had been sent on the following day, being the 16th of November 2017.
Yes.
You agree, don't you, that it was a misuse of your office, including your knowledge of the Premier's private email address, to provide that to Ms Waterhouse for her use?
Yes.
You agree with that?
Yes.
But you did it because you had hoped that that would be part of a step in the process that would ultimately lead to some personal profits for
Yes.
you. Do you agree?
Mr Robertson, I just think I should remind you the first letter was in fact sent on the 15th and the 16th was a follow-up email which also attached a letter.
Quite so. I think Mr Brown was about to tell me exactly that.